Hey y'all, what is going on? What is going on? I'm gonna try not to make this video too long. But as I promised, I stated that I was gonna have nutritional integrity part three. So I kind of um tried to narrow a few things down, y'all, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it was a lot longer than this. We would have been all night. Y'all know it could take all night for me to explain myself. But, I wrote it down. Like I always state, if y'all been watching the last few videos of the integrity of nutritional integrity part one and two, you'll understand. You will remember or you will go back and see why I read off of the paper or whatever. But I before I get started, I kind of wanted to just say that the reason why I'm doing this is because I feel as though in my heart to spread awareness, because I know a lot of times we have these busy lives and we just sometimes can be oblivious or just don't even know some of the things that we eat and some of the things that we do not eat that we may need due to our what our body naturally function or need to function. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to I'm trying to make this video as short as possible, but I just think it's very vital, because if you really go and do research, not only just listen to what I say, but if you go back or if you go forward in doing research and just see how your body works and what minerals and vitamins and or organic compounds that your body have, and all these nutritious minerals and elements and everything that's in the foods and plants, and just you'll be amazed. You know what I mean? You'll start to connect the dots. You will start to understand that mentally, physically, and spiritually really do align. You can't have one without the other, especially if you're anchored in the physical body. So we do need what earth produced here for us. We're made of these elements and these minerals and these vitamins and original compounds, and it goes deep with the energy. And then if you take, like, for instance, if you take what calcium is, if you take what sodium, potassium is, and then you start looking at the element periodic table, carbon and the video would be all night long, y'all. I would have to go live and do a 24-hour live all night to be able to get that. You probably all year, if not more. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read off this. I want to before I get started. Also, I wanted to say thank you all who have been tuning in. Because this is very important information, I feel, and I have my glasses on. So I can see. Um, I may have to take them off because, it's been one of them days. But this is very important. So I'm going to get this message out either way. And after this, I'm showering. So I hope you all have an amazing day. Anyway, let me get to it. I'm going to read this, y'all. I kind of narrowed things down. I kind of tried to, adjust some things to put it in the summary. But I think you'll get it. All right, y'all. Our circadian rhythm is our body's 24-hour internal clock that controls our sleep patterns, our hormones, our digestion, our metabolism, and our mood. Um, what is this? I can't even see it. Oh, here we go. It runs on natural. Our bodies run on natural cycles. Um, wait a minute. What did I put? Yeah, I must be tired. Oh, here we go. Our bodies run off of, or our circadian rhythm runs naturally off of cues like light, temperature, movement, and food and timing. Our body already holds essential vitamins and minerals like potassium, magnesium, sodium, calcium, iron, and vitamins A, B, C, D, E, and K, which I mentioned in part one and part two of nutritional integrity. Um, but we still must consume them. Oh, and aren't I did say, yeah. And but we still must consume them regularly because our body uses them daily for energy, immunity, support, functions, and overall repair. Eating according to the seasons also matters, y'all, because our biology shifts with the environment. In fall, for instance, cooler temperatures and shorter daylight increases our bodies. need for grounding foods, steady carbohydrates, immune supporting nutrients, and minerals that help with vitamins. They help, I'm sorry, y'all, excuse me, it's been a long day. They help with warmth, mood, stability, and metabolism. Seasonal foods naturally contain the vitamins and minerals our body needs most during this time. Okay, vitamin A, vitamin C, and B, magnesium, potassium, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds, which keep our gut, blood sugar, hormones, and emotional body steady. Because our internal rhythms evolve with nature's yearly cycles, eating fall foods keep our physical, emotional, and spiritual health aligned and grounded. Foods like sweet potatoes, that is my, ooh, when I say I love some sweet potatoes, I love some sweet potatoes. Carrots, butternut squash, that's good too, especially if it's seasoned good. Pumpkins, apples, pears, beets, good for hypertension and maintain sugar and blood sugar, and it has amazing benefits. Onions, garlic, kale, collards, all of this. Nuts, lentils, beans, salmon, and warm and spices naturally support immunity, mood, digestion, and energy in colder seasons. Their foods replenish the vitamins and minerals our body stores by also, but it also, what did I write, y'all? But also uses more quickly in fall, helping us stay balanced, nourished, and synced with our environment. So, y'all, I said all this to say, y'all got to excuse me. It's cold in here. Listen, it's been one of them days, so y'all bear with me. Okay. Um, it's very important, around this time, y'all, to I'm not no certified doctor, and I'm not trying to be a certified doctor, but if you really think about it, it's common sense. Our body tell us what we need, you know what I'm saying? If you do research on all of these things like sweet potatoes, the benefits that it provides, squash, collard greens, apples, pears, like all of this stuff, drinking, staying hydrated, moving your body, walking every day, moving that energy along, it makes sense. You will have more clarity. You will take care of yourself. You know what I mean? You will feel better. And, I think a lot of times, a lot of, diseases, or a lot of the, like, what is it? Things like, growing pains, or back aches, or etc., whatever. I think a lot of times, I think we need to incorporate a lot of these vitamins in our diet. We have internet these days where you can look up stuff. Say, for instance, if your back hurting, or whatever, you got a cold or anything like that, it basically give you, the elixir, the instructions, it lets you know what heals what. So, I just think that if we just take time out of our busy days, and I understand that we trying to take care of our families, ourselves, and all this other stuff, but if we sometimes just take time to figure out who we are as beings, that you will be blown away. We are beings, our body, and as far as consumption wise, of how much of sodium to intake and all this and that and the third, it's common sense. I mean, it's amazing, because a lot of times, whatever we eat, our body naturally get rid of toxic things, and shit that don't belong in our bodies. It does it automatically. It don't sit and wait for our permission. It has its own intelligence in itself. So it's like our body basically, it's an intelligent itself. Cells has an intelligence itself. It's alive and functioning in itself. Our brain, our arms, our limbs, everything. Like, we literally, we have to do better. And like I said, I can't speak on this video. It's gonna take a while. You know what I mean? But I'm a reminder, because I want, everybody to start paying attention to who we are. Vitamin D from the sun, and it's just, you know what? I can go on and on and on. And speaking on vegan and vegetarian, in 2018, I cut out chicken, I cut out beef, I cut out I didn't even eat much of pork, but just pork. I went plant based. You know, I would still consume certain dairy products like cheese, but I would drink mostly almond milk, not the regular milk. And I would sometimes do regular butter in my meals. But I went vegan or vegetarian for like what 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, what, almost 7 years. So a few months there, well, I'll say around this time last year, I kind of started back eating. I ain't gonna say kinda. I started back eating chicken, or was it before the? But I know it was sometimes last year. Time going by, it's going by so fast. But I started incorporating chicken again because until I was unable at the moment to incorporate healthy meals. So I was at the moment just consuming things that I could at the moment, and you know so I'm doing chicken. I'm still doing chicken, but I'm looking to do, hopefully in a few months, around January, February, I'm gonna go back vegan, a vegetarian. But I'm eating a lot of chicken to it helps stick some weight onto me, and moving this type of lifestyle, which is I see this as a lesson in disguise. And I'm just moving through the journey. I'm just moving through. So the journey that I was on at the moment, yeah, I like that better. Or I'm on right now, consuming meat was beneficial to me until otherwise. But hopefully y'all picking up what I'm putting down. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and say thank you again for you all who tuned in and really took moments out of your day to see what I had to say. So I really truly appreciate that. And just be mindful when you get a moment, you laying there or whatever, or you have some time for yourself, turn on the video and just the video, I'm sorry. Just start doing research on these things. Like it's amazing. When I say I'm a philosopher, I'm a researcher, I'm a self-proclaimed philosopher. I'm getting to know. I want to know how my body works mentally, physically, and spiritually. So each one teach one. So it's important. Now it's important. I know our bodies are different. We're different heights, different weight, different ages. Our genetics are different and all of this other stuff. But still, this is common sense. Our body is smart, y'all. So we should just be a lot mindful. And that's it. Like, I'm not here to say, oh, you need to stop eating this and stop eating that. No, do what you want to do, but just incorporate, a lot of these minerals and vitamins. Just look up what your body needs on a day-to-day basis and incorporate it in your meals. And also, I could say a lot more, but I think I've said enough. And just stay hydrated and everything. And just take care of yourself. Get sleep. And, we're doing the best that we can every day. And just know that, we're here for a reason. So just be mindful. But I'm gonna end that there. I just want to say thank y'all again for tuning in. And I will also in the future, I'm gonna still touch bases on our on nutritional integrity. It's not going to end here. So eventually in the future, I will incorporate more things that I've learned, and I'll share them here. So I just appreciate y'all. Y'all got to excuse me today when I say it's been a long day, but it's been a very productive day, and it's been very abundant and very educational, and it's just been a nice experience today. So I'm finna go in here. I'm finna take me a shower. And I'm finna lay down after that. Try to get me some rest, y'all. But anyway, take care of yourself. Stay hydrated, grounded, mindful, and stay true to who you are. Until my next video, peace within.